but the lips of the wise shall preserve them.
All right, so everybody, y'all get on your knees and y'all pray right now. Let's go on our knees. Cause who is of the higher power? They don't have no problem getting on their knees and praying. No, nobody, right? You still holding your staff, right? You still holding your staff, right?
Hold on, brother.
All right.
Hold on, brother.
But I ain't trying to pray, right?
Hold on, brother.
Exactly.
Hey, hold on,
I
brother.
want to hear that, man.
Hold on, brother.
I want to hear that, man.
Verse 18.
Read that.
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren.
Who's that prophet is talking about?
Jesus himself.
You heard that?
Himself.
He said, you heard him?
Jesus
You heard him?
himself.
Oh, that's right. It's about to be good.
Jesus
It's about to
himself.
read that.
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee. And I will put my words in his mouth.
No, whose words?
I will put my words in his mouth.
They Christ's words.
And I will put my words in his mouth.
So whose law is it?
Jesus.
As you can, as strong as you can, with all your heart, with all your body, with all your soul, right? Yeah. Who are you?
I'm the Israelite.
That's right.
That's right. All praises. All praises.
I'm an Israelite.
Yes, sir!
We're Israelites. What tribe are you from, brother?
Amen.
Hundreds of thousands of years before that book was written.
Hundreds and thousands. Hold on, Slack. How long has the earth been here?
Probably millions of years.
Millions of years.
Yeah, probably.
I want you to pull up a source and prove that.
Well, I can't prove it, but you can't prove it hasn't.
I can prove it hasn't happened.
Okay,
Nothing. What on this earth can you find that's over 1 million years old?
There's nothing here still.
Oh, you can't find a tree that's old, sister.
There's probably
so
nothing
what you're
here
saying is
still
there's no
because,
evidence.
because life keeps
See,
going.
the problem with you is if you've been completely destroyed by the so-called white man's philosophy. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that you can ever make a
actually not
statement.
true, brother.
That statement is true
Because
the only person that
before-
believes that the Earth is 1 million years old
Because
is
you-
so-called
but
white
you
man
didn't
with his theory of evolution.
But
man.
you didn't let me
Right?
finish my point.
But my point is, you made a statement, right? Give me the book of 1 Thessalonians 5:11.
Well, you didn't let me finish my statement.
Hold on,
brother.
you made a statement about it being 1 million years old. Read
Okay,
that. 1
let's say I'm
Thessalonians
wrong about
5:11.
1 million. Let's see, but
Read that. Read
This
it.
is 1 Thessalonians.
Hold on, read it.
This is
Hold on, brother. Read it.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 11. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and identify one another. Edify. 5 and 21. Prove all things.
What?
Prove all things.
Just say it.
Prove all things.
Prove all things. You made a statement and said that the Earth is 1 million years old. Prove it.
okay, I can't prove it.
So don't make that statement then.
Okay, you're right. I accept that correction, brother. But what my point was many years before that book was written, our people
How can you say
worship
many
rock.
years before the book was written when you can't who was this book? What year was hold on, King.
Our people
What year was this
worship
book
rock,
written?
which is the sun.
What year was this book written?
Before, I don't know exactly.
So how can you sit here and say many years before the book is written when you don't know when the book is written? Right? Give me the book of Ecclesiastes 5 and 1.
What the thing that I know is that the language of
Quick on the sword.
was not.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter
Read out.
5 and verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God,
And what?
and be more ready to hear.
And what?
Be more ready to hear.
And what?
Than to give the sacrifice of fools.
And to do what?
Than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Brother, you're giving a sacrifice of fools right now. You speak. Give me the book of Psalms 14 and 1. You literally speaking against the words of the Lord right now, and you're sitting there talking out your own vain
But what I'm
opinion
telling
when
you,
you don't
this-
know what's
this
going
is
on.
not really
Psalms
the words
14
of
and
the
1,
Lord,
Jeremiah
this is the word of
17 and
man.
5.
This is the word of man.
Psalms 14 and
It's
1,
not the
Jeremiah
word of God.
17 and 5. Psalms 14 and 1.
All right, this is Psalm
Man wrote this.
14 and 1.
Right? Hey, Psalms 68 and 11.
Psalm 14 and 1. The fool have said in his heart. The fool has said in his
What
heart.
is this man?
The fool has said in his heart.
Read.
There is no God.
There's what?
There is no God.
There's what?
There is no God.
The fool saying in his heart there is no God. Read that.
brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
Cursed be the man that trusts in man. And you trust in man. You believe in man's own vain philosophy. We don't believe in man. We believe in the Lord.
That's
we
right.
believe in the everlasting power.
believe
This
in
book
nature.
just told you how your people got here on slave ships, and you didn't even acknowledge that thing,
But I
man.
knew that.
That's what a fool. The book told you how it was going to happen literally before it happened. What is that called?
Prophecy.
So how can a dead book have a live prophecy?
Well, that happened 500 years ago.
So
Slavery.
was this
That's
book
dead.
written 500 years ago?
No, the book was before that.
So that was a live prophecy by a book you said is dead.
Back then, though.
Did we go on slave ships before 500 years ago?
Yeah, but we haven't.
We went on slave ships before. We went on slave ships.
500 years.
We went on. The prophecy was fulfilled in 1492 with the Spaniards, then fulfilled again in 1619 with the so-called black man's coming over from West Africa. So this was written over 2,000 years ago. How is that not a live prophecy?
Because it spoke about something that happened a long time ago. That ain't happening now.
It's spoken about it before
it.
It's spoken about it before it happened.
I understand that.
What is that called?
That's a prophecy.
And the prophecy was what? If it happened, it was what?
It was a true prophecy.
It was fulfilled.
Yes.
So if a prophecy is fulfilled, that means the book is a lie.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It was fulfilled. That's a past tense.
So you want
word,
a future prophecy? You want a future one?
Yeah, sure.
Give me the book of Daniel chapter 2 and 44. Give me the book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. Give me the book of Jeremiah 30 and 16.
Bring it out mighty, huh? All right, this is Daniel 2 and 44.
Hey, you shouldn't call me a fool, brother. I ain't calling you.
Brother,
that,
when you, hey, I call you what the Bible calls you. If you don't believe there's a Lord, you a fool. Read that.
And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven.
Salaki, that's what the Bible said. I didn't say it.
Right.
Read.
Okay.
And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed.
Which shall what?
Which shall never be destroyed.
And the kingdom shall not be left to the other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
And it shall what?
It shall stand forever.
What is that talking about?
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Read it again. Yep.
And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom.
Give me the book of Daniel,
which shall never be destroyed.
Give me the book of 1 Maccabees 1.
And the kingdom,
like the sun, will never be destroyed.
Where did it say energy at?
It did.
That's what it's talking about.
Where did it say energy at?
It did.
It said
Hey, give me that Daniel. I'm about to prove something to you.
this is Daniel 7 and 3.
Hold on.
All right.
Let me ask you a question. What nation of people conquered the Persians and the Medes in history?
Conquered the Persians?
And the Medes in history?
I don't know, man. I had to question.
You don't know?
I don't know.
The Greeks.
Okay.
By the hand of who?
Shit, I don't know.
Alexander the Great. Right? Matter of fact, go to Daniel 8.
Did he
know
destroy
what
Egypt too?
Right?
Did he go into Egypt and steal all
Yeah,
that?
his people went into Egypt as well. Right? And the Bible gonna prophesy before it happened.
But the
right?
Bible calls it Egypt and it was a kingdom back then, right?
It was,
I mean, these are things that can be verified.
it was called the land of Ham first, and in Egypt itself was called Mizraim. And the Bible calls it Mizraim. Read that. Go to 8. We're talking about the goat.
All right. This is Daniel 8 and 5.
Right?
And as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth,
Right?
and touched not the ground.
Right?
And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes.
The goat had a notable horn between his eyes. This horn is Alexander the Great. Read.
And he came to the ram that had two horns.
Right? The two horns represents the Persian and the Mede. Two horns. When you read earlier on, it tells you one horn was higher than the other. Why? Because the Persians conquered the Medes. This is something that happened in history. Read.
Which I had seen standing before the river,
Right?
and ran unto him
Right.
in the fury of his power.
Right?
And I saw him come close unto the ram,
Right?
and he was moved with choler against him, and smote the ram,
And did what?
and smote the
Now the
ram.
ram is the Persian and the Medes. The goat is the Greeks. This is a future prophecy in the time of Daniel, living in the time of Babylon. Which
What
is
about
the
the
kingdom
time
of, hold
of
on.
Herod?
The kingdom of Babylon is before the Persian kingdom. This is history. You can literally look it up. So Daniel living in the time of Babylon is prophesying that the literal Persians and the Medes are going to fall to the Greeks at the hands of Alexander the Great. This happened before, it's happened well before, this was written well before it happened, right? Read.
And break his two horns, and there was no power in the ram to stand before him.
Right? They didn't have no power in his hand. None. Right? Go to the part where it talks about the little horn being the horn being the king. Yeah, it tells you after it expounds on the Persian and the Medes.
Verse 19. And he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation, where at that time appointed the end shall be.
Right?
The ram which thou sawest having 2 horns,
right,
are the kings of Media and Persia.
Right, the kings of Media and Persia. Read.
And the rough goat is the king of Grecia.
The rough goat is the king of Greece. Who is the king of Greece? Who was the first king of Greece?
You said Alexander the Great. Right?
I mean that's history. Everybody knows it, right?
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
So Daniel just prophesied. That's another prophecy that was prophesied before it happened.
I'm not
The
saying
book is a living book. If I gave you a prophecy that's going to come to pass now, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know. If I go into Revelation right now and read about how America's going to be destroyed, you won't have the understanding to get it. Exactly. So there's no point in me going to that. I was about to do that, then I thought about it. There's no point. You won't understand it.
Well, you're probably right.
It's not a probably. You won't.
You got to see.
What is America likened unto in the Bible? What is America likened unto in the Bible?
What, Babylon?
Babylon the Great, right?
Okay.
I
believe that.
All right. Give me
And I believe Babylon is going to be destroyed. So if you tell me that, then cool. I can get with that. Babylon eventually is going to be destroyed, but I can actually see that happening around me.
The Bible prophesied it.
If you're talking about, right, that's true. But you're talking about stories about Daniel and them.
All right. Now we dealing with Babylon the Great.
Hold on, Salaki. Brother, you just said that you can see this happening right now, and that's in the Bible. Yet this is not a living book.
No.
There's a contradiction, brother.
What y'all like,
It's happening right now, though.
Is the stories and parables that you guys are talking about Daniel? Those ideas are dead, bro. That stuff happened years and years ago. Now,
So Daniel, the prophecy he read in Daniel. Hold on. The prophecy he read in Daniel 2:44. That happened already.
The prophecy of 2 and 24.
2 and 44. That happened already.
Everlasting.
Go back to it.
Everlasting kingdom.
Right, Revelation 18. Go back to it.
Not be destroyed.
Yep, 18 and 1. Yeah.
This is
Hold on. Read Daniel 2 and 44 first.
Alright, it says, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom,
Right.
which shall never be destroyed.
Did that happen yet? Is there a kingdom that shall never be destroyed? So obviously, Daniel's prophecy still hasn't came to pass yet. That one hasn't came to pass yet. Daniel 7 and 7.
I guess it just depends on how you define the kingdom. But yeah, I guess.
If you just said America, which is the last standing monarchy, is gonna fall, then how could it be an everlasting kingdom that never be destroyed? That's because that's talking about Christ's kingdom.
Right, Christ's kingdom. But what's
It's never going to be destroyed. So Daniel was prophesying about that. You said all Daniel's prophecies are gone. That's a prophecy by Daniel that's not happening yet. Daniel 7 and 7.
Alright, it says, after this I saw in the night vision,
Right.
and behold, a fourth beast,
Right?
dreadful and terrible.
What is that beast?
I'm assuming it's Satan. The devil.
Read. No. No.
And strong exceedingly,
Right?
and it had great iron teeth.
That's talking about the Roman Empire. Read.
It devoured and brake in pieces,
Right?
and snapped the residue
Hold on.
with the feet
Hold
of it.
on. It's like, you said what? The Romans no longer have an empire? So America is not a revised Roman Empire?
Revised, well that means
Are
it's
these
no longer
so-called
the
white
same.
people that run America, are they not Romans?
Well, let me ask you this: did you call it a revive?
It's still Roman.
Not a Roman. Not wrong.
We don't.
It's not.
It's bad, man. Hey, our elders have failed us, man. It's bad.
It's
This is
not
who we
wrong,
learn
man.
from. This is why our young children become thugs and hoodlums and so on and so
Why
forth,
would that-
man.
why would that
Because
be?
we learn
I'm not
from
a
men
thug
like
or a
you,
hood.
man. Because you don't know what's going
This is
on,
my style. She's not
man.
a
I feel
thug or
sorry
a hood.
for her, man. Read on.
Well, that's your opinion.
You know,
And
man.
it
And the
had,
reason that your words get missing because you don't just rely on the truth. Well,
You ain't spoke no truth since you've been up here.
I said you don't let your truth just speak for you. You're getting all emotional.
I'm not
You're talking
emotional.
about my
I'm
children
passionate, man.
now I don't even want to listen to you.
Hey,
But I bid you brothers peace, though.
hey, Titus 3
Titus 3.
this is Titus 3 and 10. A man that is a heritage.
what is that, man?
A man that is a heritage.
What is that, man?
A man that is a heritage.
A man that is a heretic. That man is a damn heretic, man. Right? He's literally speaking with a double tongue. Every corner he turns, he's speaking with a damn double tongue, man. The Lord not dealing with double tongue takes, man. Right? First he said the Bible is not a live book. Then we go to prophecy. He said prophecy is a prophecy, and he's still not dealing with it, man. Right? That's all, man. Right? Read on.
Yeah, I got
After
time
the
to hear
first
about
and
to learn about
second-
y'all heritage. We kind of got. Y'all know? So y'all know y'all Israelites?
We got brothers and Israelites.
Well, then y'all gotta repent and keep the commandments of the Most High God, man. Y'all gotta do that.
Go ahead, King Shalaki, man. Go ahead and fix, man.
Bye. No.
No, that's Esau. You don't know that. That's Esau. She got J kids. That's Esau.
You don't know that.
That's Esau.
You don't know that.
That's Esau.
She came up here when we was younger. She was saying that her brother at the end of how you got not the one head of the fight. She knows something. She knows she's talking to me. Well, there you go. But she's talking to me in Hebrew. That must be true. That's what I'm trying to get at.
They don't even speak.
No, they do. They do. Not everything. They'll say ak. They say ak and they say shalom.
Hey, brother, you got a chance to say the words of the Lord? 2 minutes.